What is up, guys? It's Josh from Lead and Iron, and let's talk about Apple's September event, Far Out. They started off with Apple Watch. These come in 45mm to 41mm, and it is a familiar, sleek look that came from the Apple Watch 7, which is fine. It's a really nice look. It offers a whole bunch of different health options to help you keep track of your health. They start off at $399, and I think that that's still a pretty good deal. We have one on order already. We were able to order after the event. I went ahead and did so we're just waiting for that Series 8 to come in. We'll also unbox and review it. This new Series 8 has a temperature sensor, so it is able to detect when you might be ovulating, and this is for the women, so you're able to plan better for your family. That's a pretty cool thing. Temperature sensor, ovulation cycle deal. You're also able to track your sleep with your Apple Watch. Not that that's anything new, but this lets you know how long you are in REM, rapid eye movement, or what is called deep sleep. It also has the ECG app. It has blood oxygen, and it has a reminder for your vitamins / medications. Pretty cool. As somebody that takes vitamins and medications, that's probably going to be really useful and something I'm going to use every single day. And one thing Tim Cook said in the beginning was there are 3 different things that are in our everyday life, which is our phone, our watch, and our AirPods. I'm pretty sure majority of you guys, especially if you're watching tech channels, you have some type of bud, headphone, phone, and some type of watch that helps you stay connected wherever you are. I think that the beginning of that with the stories on how Apple Watch was able to help in so many scenarios was a very, very, very good touch from Apple, and I'm glad they included that stuff. The most innovative feature, I think, came in the crash detection. Crash detection, there's a sensor in the watch that can measure up to 256 G-forces. So if you're in a car accident and it shakes too hard, you know, that collision, it knows the minute of impact, the second of impact, because of that motion, that movement. In that event, if you ever have to use it, and I really hope none of you guys ever have to find out this feature ever, if you fail to respond to the prompt of calling emergency services, Apple actually made it to where emergency services are automatically contacted after, I think it was like 10 seconds or something. That's pretty innovative, especially if you're out, like we have some places out here that are very just nothing out there. If you get in a car accident, you have a blowout, rollover, and there's nobody around to help you, at least you know from your watch and your phone, because these are also going to be integrated in the phones, is you're probably going to have help on the way having an Apple product. Amazing. That's, like I said, that's innovative, and the world is going to change based on this technology, and I don't think there's a lot of people that know it. That was like a big innovative feat that Apple was able to accomplish, and I'm going to give kudos where kudos is needed, because that's pretty cool. The next thing that came out was the Apple SE, the Apple Watch SE, which, don't get me wrong, I have an Apple Watch SE. It's missing like the ECG app. It's missing the blood oxygen sensor. It's going to be missing the temperature sensor. It's just like a smaller version of the actual like Apple Watch 8. Just a little bit of a downgrade of the actual Apple Watch. So it's great for kids, great for those that don't necessarily need all that stuff or don't want it. Still keeps you connected. You still have that crash detection. You're just missing like the temperature sensor, stuff like that. No problem. That came in like at $249 or $199. I can't remember the price. I'll put it up on the screen. And the big boy that came in, which I'm glad the name was not Apple Watch Pro, because I thought that was silly hearing that on Twitter and stuff, and on like the other YouTube channels. I'm glad that they went with Apple Watch Ultra. I think Apple Watch Plus also would have been nice. I guess that would contradict what it would be used for, right? It has a steep price. The Apple Watch Ultra comes in at $799. If you're into that kind of training and that kind of tracking, and you're a diver and that's what you do for competitions and stuff, this is a great watch for you guys. You guys are out there, you know, it's bright outside, you have 2000 nit peak brightness that you're able to see in the sun as you're training. You have a customizable button that can help you leave breadcrumbs of GPS details so you can find your way back. You're able to twist the crown and go into night mode, which turns everything into like a really nice red color, so it's easier on your eyes. That customizable button, you can stop your workouts with it. You can start your dive. It's just a whole bunch of different cool little things that I wish were on the regular killer Apple Watch, and I hope that they integrate some of those features into next year's model. We'll see. It is IP6X dust resistant. It is water resistant up to 100 meters. There was an asterisk behind it, but I'm pretty sure it's under certain conditions. It comes with a GPS antenna. It has dual speakers, so it's a little bit louder, and it also comes with a siren that can be heard 600 feet away, and it was measured at around 86 decibels. Innovation. I mean, all that stuff is all bodied in a titanium housing. Titanium's really, really strong metal that you're gonna have a hard time, you know, breaking it or whatever. And the glass is rumored to be flat.
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
So it's all flat. I don't know, we haven't got our hands on it. I don't plan on buying one of those because I already don't move around a lot enough to be able to do that. I have mobility issues, so whatever. I mean, I really would like it just for the 49 millimeter face. I think it would fit my lunchbox hands a lot better than even this biggest 45 or whatever this is. One thing that I am ordering on, and we're going on to the next thing, is the AirPod Pro 2nd Gen. The price stayed the same, it looked like, $249, ANC, or active noise cancellation, adaptive transparency mode, adaptive EQ, custom high dynamic range amplifier. The case has a microphone now. The microphones are a lot better for your calls and talking, stuff like that. Transparency mode is supposed to be getting a little bit better as well. You're able to personalize spatial audio. The way they explained it, it just sounded like spatial audio. I don't know how you're gonna be able to personalize it, but we'll find out, right? I mean, that's something that I'm gonna try, and I'll let you guys know if that's a difference, if there's a difference at all between my 1st gen and my 2nd gen AirPod Pros. They have a motion and speech detecting accelerometer. We get some new gestures and touch control. I'm so glad that, you know, turning up, swiping up and swiping down turns your volumes up and down, and you know, you got the 2, 3, 1 touch. I used to use my crown on my Apple Watch and turn my volume up from there. All this is now powered by Apple's H2 headphone chip and U1 chip that allows you to charge your AirPod Pros from your Apple Watch MagSafe. How amazing is that? I'm so happy that I'm able to use my Apple Watch charger when I'm not having my Apple Watch on there. I can just put my AirPod Pros on there, let it charge. Awesome. I don't have to plug it in anymore. I think that came with AirPods Gen 3, but now it's in, of course, the AirPod Pros. The case itself has a little speaker on it, so you're able to hear where you left your case, just like how your watch finds your phone, stuff like that. I thought that was also a really nice touch. You're able to have a lanyard attached to it, and it is sweat and water resistant IPX4, and that goes for your AirPods and your case. So both of them are rated the same. Also, it comes with extra small silicone tips now for your little ear hole people. I have seen people have to have smaller tips for their ears. I was like, wow, maybe they'll fit a lot better for you guys. Mine, I'm like the large, I think, and they fit really good. Now, let's move on to the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus. So those are 6.1 inches for the 14 and 6.7 inches for the 14 Plus. These are not the Pro models. These are pretty much the iPhone Pro 13, pretty much. They use the A15 Bionic chip, 6-core CPU, 5-core GPU. They're IP68 dust and water / splash resistant. They both offer HDR, True Tone, P3 wide color, 800 nits, 1200 nits of peak brightness. So when you're outside using your phone, I'm kind of glad they brought the Plus back, the name, because everything was like Max, AirPod Pro Max, Apple 13 Pro Max. Plus kind of rolls off the tongue better. And plus, it's also like, I'm used to it from like the 7 Plus, 8 Plus. I think it just kind of sounds a little bit better. The cameras are pretty much the cameras from the 13 Pro. They got a pretty decent little bump. They're able to do now cinematic mode and 4K 30 for the 14 and 14 Plus. They just seem like an all-around pretty decent phone if you're not looking for like a 48 megapixel camera and the little other features that come on the Pro model that we're about to get into right now. Now that the iPhone 14 Pro has arrived, I did have mixed feelings about it because I did hear through the rumorville, you see all that stuff on YouTube and Twitter and stuff, and it's supposed to have 8K, and then when it didn't have 8K, I was kind of let down a little bit, and the rumor didn't come true.
This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back.
They are 6.1 inches, 6.7 inches, just like the 14 and the 14 Plus, but on this end, it is called the Pro Max. The one color that I'm really excited about, and this goes because I watch Dragon Ball Super, I know I'm a nerd, and Vegeta just happens to be my favorite character, and in the manga, he finally obtained the Destroyer mode, so the aura is purple, and they came out with a purple phone. I'm really contemplating on ordering that phone tomorrow, and I think I am. I think I'm gonna go for that purple one. I might just go 512, we'll see. Let me know in the comments below what size storage you guys are gonna go for. It doesn't matter what size storage you get because you're gonna end up getting that iCloud notification. Just upgraded that one time and now it's full again. Let me know in the comments below if you guys get that, message just about daily too. One thing that comes on the iPhone 14 Pro and the Pro Max is always on display. And I think that's really cool, coupled with iOS 16 that lets you really customize your text, like the text on your phone, I'm saying, like your fonts. You can trace out pictures, you can make I mean, there's a whole bunch of different stuff you can do in iOS 16. I can probably make a whole video just on the features that come with iOS 16. iOS 16 and always on display, I think, are gonna really make a big difference in customization. One thing that I really was kind of surprised about in Apple fashion, because that's what they do, they're really good at, I call them gimmicks, because they are cool, don't get me wrong. They introduce what is called Dynamic Island, and that's the pill cutout, but they integrated it so you can get some alerts and emojis and, you know, just those little things that pop up on your daily life every day, but they put it into this little pill cutout, and now it's Dynamic Island. So you're able to get your alerts and stuff at a quick glance. It's integrated into that, and it's a pretty cool feature. Really cool. I kind of dig the idea. They didn't try to hide that there was a cutout there or anything like that. They're just like, hey, check it out, it's here. And guess what? We did something cool with it. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below if Dynamic Island is something you guys are looking forward to, or if not, and let me know why. I think it's really cool. The battery life increased by 1 hour. And that's just for stream. Like if you're streaming movies, videos, 1 hour, which isn't a great big upgrade, but at least it's something. I know it might just be the same battery, but since the new A16 Bionic chip with the 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, I wonder if it is because they use less power draw. Maybe that's where they got their hour. We'll see about that. I think that this new display that's coming out, I think it's called the new Super Retina XDR display, gives the phone the ability to be twice as bright in the sun. Real world use. Like that's something that I would probably be happy about, that it's on my phone. And that's done through the new display that they're putting out with this. So Super Retina XDR display. That's what they said it was, and I'm happy for it. Both these iPhone 14 Pros and just the regular iPhone 14s, they both have the crash detection and I think the emergency SOS. I'm not sure if the 14s have them, but I know the Pros have them. And that is pretty much your satellite phone. If you're stuck in the middle of a desert or the mountainside or wherever you might be in the middle of the sea and you need help and you can't contact anyone because there's no service, all you have to do with your iPhone is find a satellite, which Apple actually provides you with help of locating the satellite. If you have a clear, open view to that satellite, you just have to hold your phone there and you're able to send messages and call out. So that is life-changing. That's life-changing. I said this to one of my friends and I said, Apple has just changed the world, and a lot of people don't realize that. It comes with your health and it comes with your safety. And those are big deals, especially when you carry these things around every single day of your life. There aren't very many days that I don't have my watch on, my AirPods close by, or even if I left my phone somewhere. I mean, that's very rare for any of us, right? So I think Apple is moving in the right direction. Like I said, they just changed the world again. So they're really good at doing stuff like that, and I'm really happy that they went this route. But let's also now focus on the 48mm camera that has quad pixel sensoring, which gives the quality of pictures those details that we didn't have before. The sensor in this new camera is 65% larger than that sensor for their main camera. That is awesome. That means that your depth and your color and your details are going to be a lot better. They did have like the photo engine that helped really in low lighting accomplish like the super detail in the crops, stuff like that. that I think that the camera itself has changed, and I know that there's going to be people that Samsung has 8K video.
This was my dream, my wish.
Has, you know, they can do 100 times zoom or whatever. But when we start getting into quality, just because you're first doesn't mean you're the best.
If you ain't first, you're last.
I would rather have a much refined camera than one that was just kind of thrown together and put out so you can be the first. I want 24 frames, 4K cinematic mode, and we have cinematic mode in 4K 24 now. I did want, like I said, 8K video, but I have nothing that can play 8K here. Nothing. I think I've only used ProRes one time, maybe twice, and that's because the files are huge. They're huge. It's just not storage effective for me to be able to just keep doing ProRes. All that is powered by the A16 Bionic chip with 2 performance cores and the 4 efficiency cores and the 5 core GPU. Now, I was a little let down by that because I thought that they would have improved, at least given us another core in the GPU. I heard this is supposed to have 6 gigabytes of RAM, you know, more memory bandwidth and less voltage, less power usage. Though it's going to be a lot better. I think one of the only cores peaks all the way up to the highest, and then the other one drops down like 3.18. I saw that on Max Tech from Vadim. I'll put his Twitter actual like screen print that talks about that in this video clip, so that way you guys know what those scores were, the leak scores, right? And another thing Apple managed to do was get rid of SIM trays. There's no more physical SIM cards. We now have what is called eSIM, which is more secure since it's digitally like in your phone. I'm one of those like diehard, I'd rather have the physical card. It makes it easier to swap numbers, stuff like that. So we'll just have to give it a chance. That's the way everything's moving anyways. It opens you up to a whole bunch of different data plans and stuff that you can just add a phone number to and a data plan to and switch them out, and that might be a good idea. Anyway guys, overall I'm really happy to see Apple moved in this direction. I know I might have missed a whole bunch of different details. A 2-hour event, and there was a lot of information that came in. I wanted to focus on the stuff that stood out to me and what was important to me, and I hope that some of those are important to you as well. Let me know in the comments if there was something I missed, and let me know why it's important to you. I'd like to know, and I think that's pretty cool. That way we kind of get an idea of what's important to all of us, and then maybe we can make the change in the next phone. Let me know what your favorite part of the whole September event was. Mine, hands down, Apple Watch Ultra. Even though it's $799, I'm not gonna buy it. That 49mm face just looks awesome. Don't forget to head over to the channel. Look for the EVGA XR1 Lite video. I'll actually put that in the description below. Go to that video, like, comment on that video, and be subscribed to enter our drawing. That's all you have to do, and then we're giving away an XR1 Lite, and I think we're going to give away the backpack. There's 2 prizes there. Maybe I'll pick 2 different winners. Maybe that's what we'll do, right? Head over to that video, like, comment, and be subscribed. It's in the description below. Thank you for joining me. September looked pretty bright. I'm really happy to see that this event went the way it did. I'm looking forward to the October event. I hear that there's an October event. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me. I gotta go because my camera's hot.